A new TV episode relying on Picasso's lifetime begins on Monday, starring Antonio Banderas as the painter and Mack Delevingne as Marie-Therese Walter. Yet, the actor says, the female she acting was more than rather than fair a muse. He is, out of a question, one of the largest powerful artists of the 20th age. Down there's thing on him, thing electrical, he was ardent, ruthless, same's fair such a versatile drawing. Auditorium appetite suppressant for all things Picasso seems to aware no bounds, in a latter trade show of his job discovery at the Tate Contemporary and now the new TV adapt of the painter's lifetime. Delivingne's part in the domestic geographical episode sees her game maybe Picasso's largest renowned muse, Marie-Therese Walter. Occasionally human beings are love, oh Marie-Therese, she was such a rug, and thou really love, no, she wasn't. Fair since she was lightweight going and type and delicate and perhaps a slight more than subordinated rather than all the some female in his lifetime, it didn't do her a rug, the 31-year-old says. He was more than encouraged by her rather than largest of the some female in his lifetime, and for how to occur down there must include been thing rather kind of magic and unbelievable on her. And I expect how in the Shaw how we gave her several boot. Delivingne's company star, Samantha Colley, who acting Dora Maar, else of the Picasso's lovers, agrees. I believe down there is a risk in occasionally looking at Picasso maybe as a bit of a beast, says Colley. Dora Maar was a really betrothed female, she knew which she was making. She herself was in surrealism circles and charming in Czech activities, and a special way of life, and she herself devoured a lot of men and muses and ruined a lot of hearts. She adds, my nature is frequently named as the crying female, since he colored her as such a. And I believe unjustly, Dora Maar is looked on as the kind of sacrifice who was chewed up and quarrel out by him, and I occasionally believe how's a bit of a simplistic way to type he. Delevingne is so known for her success modeling career, but is a family member guest to operating. I've been modeling for a really length period, with I was 17, and the operating item was everything I requested to conduct, but it ever got put on the behind torch since the modeling took up a lot of period, she says. Yet while I was 28 I was love, quite the is not which makes me lucky, and so I begun chasing the operating item, and I didn't get a job for rather a time. And later it was about 29, 30 material begun event. Delivingne's operating credits now involve decorum in Tsar Arthur, Myth of the Saber and Kingsman, The Gold Round. Her operating career may include newly selected up several pulse, but Delevingne says lot directors include adverse perceptions of model rotated actors. I believe down there's a enormous stigmatization. I believe a lot of human beings believe they go brush in brush, they go, oh thou re a pattern, you can fair slide in the operating item, and thou re love, it doesn't very job love how. Directors, cast directors, producers, thou ve got to very show oneself to them, to me, operating has ever been my desire, it fair once got waylaid, but now he's been reignited, he's been love start a entire new job at 30, that is really supernatural, it feels love the at first day at high school whenever I'm making whatever. Her driving to impression as an actor intended she routinely requested for consultation on how she could enhance for young growth. She says, creature on the set was so horrifying, thou re-operating in human beings love Antonio Banderas, who I've grown up in, obsessive in, same's an icon, and Samantha Colley who has learned at LAMDA, London Academia of Piece of Music and Drama artwork. All these unbelievable actors, and they could not all include been more than adorable, more than beautiful, more than hospitable. All the throw and team done it so lot facilitating, I scientific so lot I was love a lip, I was fair sponging off all, I was ever request questions love how do I do how superior, that they were all more than rather than lucky to reply, they never done me sense love I was little and didn't own. Down there's slight question how Picasso's sphere and relationships in youthful female would include been examined quite otherwise were he and painter residing and work present. This major item I hold receive requested is view him via the Me Too wedge, Colley acknowledges. Delevingne adds, my nature, Marie-Therese, met him while she was 17, he was 45. How currently? She makes a person that says eek. Yet later, it was really various, it was recognized in a really various path, or the is a history on a genie, not once inviting him a holy. By expressive the history, he's not celebrating him in any path, his relationships, his behaviors, we're fair focus on the man and which he was on, which he reached. But yes, I aware several human beings sense how at the period, in the present environment. Yet all these female in his lifetime, François Gillot, she was a fabulous artist, Dora Maar was an unbelievable photograph, they were all powerful, distinctive female in their own order. Through the episode you see all these female, and how they go in act, and how they instill and affect him. They all do include their own sounding. Colley says the episode is an all-encompassing see on his entire lifetime, but adds, I as well believe he's essential to distinguish the art of the painter, which we're hard to attention on is the item of genie and which it tool to be or be in a genie. This item on genie is it doesn't definitely give himself to creature a nice affiliate in any kind of relation, be it platonic or love. I believe one could say occasionally he wasn't how nice a lug, occasionally a bit of a egoistic boyfriend maybe, but how goes in the some range wherever he could be fully fond and wonderful. He's difficult to see behind a thing via a special wedge, and I believe it can be a bit kind of hazardous to do as. Picasso is the other drawing to include been the object of the genie episode, the recent creature Albert Einstein. Requested who the tertiary episode should be on, Colley says, I'd loving it to be a female. Fingers crossed perhaps they're hoping to try and do how. Genie, Picasso starts on Monday, April 23 at 20 o'clock BST on Domestic Geographical.